Hello! Here in our third cell of our lineup, we have eukaryotic plant cells. Remember, eu means do, so they do have a nucleus. Eukaryotes do. Now, our plant cell has a lot of similar organelles to the animal cell, but there are some differences. There's three main differences between plants and animals. So let's start at the beginning over here with the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we have our chromosomes. Chromosomes are the DNA, they're the blueprint, they control the cell, right? Now, outside of that nucleus, we didn't label it here, but we did in the animal cell, there is a nuclear membrane. And remember, this membrane has little pores, just like your skin has pores. Now, in the nucleolus, inside of the nucleus, little ribosomes are made. And we have some dotted through here, okay? Now, the ribosomes are going to wiggle out through the little pores in the protein, and some are going to be dotted here on this rough ER. Now, on the ER, or the endoplasmic reticulum, these proteins and the ones floating around out here are going to be making, those ribosomes are going to be making proteins. Those proteins are going to be shipped over to this Golgi apparatus using little vesicles. So the vesicles are like little storage shipping containers. Now, once it gets to the Golgi is going to work like a post office, right? And it's going to package up those proteins, determine where they need to go, what they need to do, and they are going to be shipped right off to do their job. Now, mitochondria is also the same. These plants have to take the glucose that these mitochondria have to take the glucose that plants have created and turn it into a form of energy that they can actually use. Again, this energy is called ATP. One thing that plants have that animal cells do not are chloroplasts. And this is what they use to do photosynthesis. So they're going to take energy from the sun, and they're going to take water, and they also take in our carbon dioxide, and they use it to create oxygen, and they make glucose, which is the food that the cells use to feed themselves. That glucose is sent over to this mitochondria, converted into ATP, or energy that the cell can actually use. We also have cytoskeleton here, and that can be found in animal cells as well. This is going to help out a little bit more with structure, just like our skeleton helps to hold us up. Now, the second difference between plant and animal cells is that plants have a big central vacuole. This vacuole holds all of the plant's water inside of each of its cells. So, when you see plants that are happy and healthy and they look like they're full of life, their vacuole is nice and full of water. But when you see plants that are all wilted and they're sad, it's because their vacuole is empty. There's no turgor pressure. And so they're all like wilted, and their little cells have shrunk because they're not being held open nice and full by all of the water in this vacuole. Now, just like our cells, plants have a cell membrane. However, the third difference is the cell wall. So plants have this cell wall that provides structure. That's part of the reason why things like trees can stand nice and tall, because they have those cell walls on every one of their little cells. And in plants, these cell walls are made of a molecule, a carbohydrate called cellulose. Again, all of these complex organelle structures are going to show that most plant cells, or most plants, are going to be multicellular. They are nice and full of all kinds of different organelles. They're complex. Alright, that's all, guys. Thank you.